Welcome to At Home with Gibson's. Derek, the holidays are almost here and I'm really getting in the mood.
Well, you know what? We are in the mood too. We're completely set for Christmas. We've got all of our fabulous displays up and we're going to take a little tour through the store, work with Ginger on selecting and lighting a Barcana tree, and with Suzanne with the Polonaise collection, and talk a little bit about the artist signing we have coming up.
Okay, so stay with us.
Suzanne, I don't know about you, but I have been waiting for the Polonaise collection to come out and come up and display, and we're here, and I'm excited.
You're excited. Well, it's taken us a while to do it, and it seems like we keep adding and adding, and we will be finished today, I hope. These are all Polonaise ornaments. They're from Poland. They're all mouth blown. We have, when our customers come in, they can see how they are put together. We have the different stages that they go through. It takes about 7 days to do an ornament from start to finish.
And in addition, just that they're blown glass ornaments, they are
right.
Pyrex glass. I mean, it's quite a bit of weight there. It's a heavier glass and a thinner glass.
And as I've been told, when they blow, they have to blow it all in one breath, or else they, they would get stops and starts.
Right, and it would break.
Right, in the ornament. And then they're dipped in a solution. So when you hopefully never break them, but if they ever break, they're just as silver on the inside as the out, which gives them that luminous glow.
Right. And
then they're all hand painted. And it does take them about 7 days from start to finish.
And the detail that they have is just incredible.
Well, one of the fun things about helping people with Polonaise, with their collectible ornaments, is because they're hand-painted. If you get a particular piece, this is a new piece for this year, this is the Santa Golfer, you'll notice that the eyes may be a little different, the mouth might be a little different, because they are all hand-painted.
And that's part of the uniqueness of a handcrafted item.
Right.
That's actually something that's desirable.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
I know with some of the other collectible lines, when there's something that has an error, a wrong coloration, that makes it even more collectible.
Exactly.
And the secondary market actually drives the price up.
Right. I know we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that we have out this year. We do have a series that started 6 years ago, the 12 Days of Christmas, and we are into our 6th year right here with our 6 geese a-laying. Polonaise is a really interesting company, and it was started in 1945 in Poland.
Right, right.
Started
actually, I believe that
again.
In Poland they're known for the glass making industry.
Right.
And prior to World War I, a lot of this occurred. A lot of the glass blowing companies went out of business because of World War II.
Exactly.
And came back around in about the 60s and 70s, and some as late as the 80s came back into business. I don't know about you, one of the things that are most drawing to me with the Polonaise collection are their theme groupings, like the 12 Days of Christmas. They also have the Wizard of Oz. They have both the L. Frank Baum Wizard of Oz and the MGM Wizard of Oz, where it's, Judy Garland as Dorothy and Ray Bolger, and you can recognize the faces. They have a lot of great theme groups. They also do some product things. Coca-Cola is very popular. Betty Boop is extremely popular.
Well, I was just going to say, we're going to have a 2000 Betty.
Yeah, and I love the Bubble Bath Betty.
We have a Bubble Bath Betty for this year, but we are also waiting for our 2000 Betty. And I've never seen her. I don't know what she's going to look like.
Yeah, she's actually coming sight unseen on
she's
a
not
great
in the
recommendation.
Book. So it'll be wonderful. They also do other artists. We have the Mary Engelbright. She's done ornaments for the last 2 years. I don't know that you can see this one. This is her Santa from last year. And then she did a wonderful teapot that I had to get this year because I think it's just absolutely, you know, charming. It's just wonderful.
One thing that we do need to talk about is the Polonaise artist, Ivona Wisniewska, who's going to be here in the store on November 17th from 4 till 8 p.m.
Right.
She will sign collections. It's a limited amount of people that we can get through, but it's a great opportunity to meet with her. She is a dreamy lady. She's from Poland originally. She works out of New York, designing there now, and we have a few ornaments in the line that are hers specifically, and we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, she's done 2 ornaments this year, and I've not seen them yet. I don't know.
2 new ornaments, that's right.
2
that's
ornaments.
Right. As well as the Lamb of God and the Holy Bible from last year. Polonaise was the first company to come out with the box sets. This is D'Artagnan and the 3 Musketeers that is available individually, but also in a limited edition set. And it's a great presentation that will really last for years. And it looks great under the tree. I love putting the empty crates underneath my tree and having the ornaments up above. This is really for someone very special, like yourself.
This case over here, I don't know if we can see it, maybe not. Maybe when you come in the store, you'll have to see it. It has some of the ornaments that have been retired, not all, but some of the ornaments that are retired. We still have some of them in stock, so you can still purchase them. But just knowing that if it's in the case, once it's out of stock, it's not to be had again, you know?
If we have it up on the walls, we have it available. It is retired. That means it's no longer in production, limited supplies available. And once we get down to the very last one, we keep that as our private collection here for the store.
Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Over 30,000 square feet of the most impressive assortment of furnishings, accessories, and gifts for the home. Unsurpassed quality, beauty, and one-of-a-kind pieces. Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Exit the 405 at Euclid.
Well, Ginger, I don't know about you, but we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, or the beginnings of my favorite things, Christmas trees and lights. I've been a tree and light fanatic all my life, and then when you add the ornaments, I mean, Christmas is what it's all about for me.
More like a Christmas nut.
Yes.
Well, let's start off with the Barcana trees.
Okay.
And today what I wanted to show was kind of how easy that they really are for women and men to set up. And a nice thing, this is an 8-foot northern cypress.
Which is a little bit narrower.
It's a little bit thin, yeah, it's a little bit narrow tree. But really, they all come in these really great boxes that are about sometimes they come to 2 feet to 6 feet long, as big as they get, because the trees come in sections.
Right.
And so basically, the box will hold this tree for many years. This tree has a 25-year warranty on it. So the box will really hold it for a long time. The company's local. If in 10 years you need a new box, you can order another one. It's like $10 or something, but it's a great storage piece.
Fabulous storage box.
Okay, basically just can get in there, and I'll get the stand.
Okay, and the tree itself comes in three different
sections.
The base section, the middle section, and there's our little top.
This is the stand here. They've made them in metal now, which is really nice.
Yeah, every year they're improving the line and upgrading. I think this is our base here. Can you hold that up?
Yes.
And then Mr. Garcia will help us get it in there. But it's all hinged branch construction, heavy gauge wire, and you can see that there's just...
It's nice.
It is.
And it really, after you fluffed them up, you can see they even come out of the box, like all ready to go. At first, this one's had a little bit of fluffing. At first, they come out a little bit more squished, but year after year, you keep on fluffing, and they almost come out already ready to go.
And because they use a heavier gauge vinyl, it's a thicker vinyl than most manufacturers use, the needles are going to hold their shape after years of use. I don't know about you, my tree is running on 6 years old. Yours is what, 10 years old?
10 years old, yeah.
I had to replace my box, but it was no big deal. They were kind enough to give me one because it was less than 5 years when I asked for one.
And what's nice is if your base, if there's anything, like a lot of times, you know, people will be putting things like, you know, giant ornaments on there and things, and like there are cats in the family, or that would like to take, and they're interested in the tree. The big thing is your base should break, or if anything should get damaged by something that you do to it. There is the 25-year warranty, but the nice thing is that they're local and they'll ship the parts to you so fast. And I know usually it happens like, you know, a couple days before the holidays when you come home and you're like, ah, I need a new stand for the tree. Now, I think what we need to do next is show, we were talking about permanent lighting. We have a Mr. Garcia with us here today who's going to actually show how you can take, and we sell the GKI lights.
Which is funny, GKI, no one had heard of 5 years ago when we first started carrying them. It was like this obscure line. You'll find GKI at all the major department stores now, and the big garden centers will have it as well. They are the best lights available out there, guaranteed. We were skeptical, so we used GKI next to another brand that was popular back then,
Right.
and said, okay, let's give it the test. We found out by and far GKI, the construction, the quality, the colors, the depth of colors in their lights
Are really
is
great.
fantastic. They have a locking mechanism for the bulbs.
Oh,
so
that's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
So that they don't pop out. The bulbs themselves are in a molded socket so that they're twist-proof. One of the things with miniature lights, people always wanted to try and twist that bulb out because we still have that mentality of the old-fashioned bulb.
Right, right.
When you twisted that bulb, you would end up breaking the wires, ruining that set, or ruining that light bulb right there and trying to fix it. They're molded into the socket so you can't twist them at all. They stay permanently there.
Now, I noticed that these come in 50s. I know we sell basically 50s,
Right.
so that's a better deal than going 100.
And the 100s are both available. I think GKI has stopped making the 100s except for commercial use. The reason behind it, I figured this out one day and called them and said, you know, why are you making 100s when a 100 light set is really only 2 50 light sets wired together? If one half of that set fails, you have to throw out the other half that's
Oh, I
good.
hate that when you have a whole thing and then like that whole end of it is out black.
you
Yeah,
have the half
okay.
so
that's
just go 50 light sets only. So at that time we started carrying only 50 light sets and staying with that.
Okay.
Now if you notice, Mr. Garcia is working with them. They're great to work with. The permanent lighting is what we're all about. You know, a permanent tree, a tree that Barcana calls them better than nature, because they are. They're with the ability to work with design, to withstand the heat of being in a bay window without drying out, without doing anything bad to the environment. They are permanent and they last a long time. Now we permanently light them. It's going to be lighted so that you don't have to take the lights off. It's lighted in sections. The lights are twisted around so that the cords are concealed. I know everybody says, how do you do that? How do you do it? It takes a lot of time. And like we said, they're lighted in sections. So you see that that bottom section is lighted independently of the top section so that you can take it apart.
Right.
That's something, I don't know who thought of that, because people for the longest time didn't do that. They're like, oh, I have to take my lights off every year. And that was just
So I see
didn't
right
work.
here, basically what's happening is he's got an extension cord that's green, so it matches the tree, is coming on down to be plugged into the breaker bar,
Right.
which I think is, again, very important. We know the formula as far as how many lights per
Right.
socket to be putting in there.
Right.
Oh, look at how great it looks.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
We haven't even gotten the top on there yet.
Oh, no, that's beautiful.
It's a gorgeous tree. Now, the extension cord that Ginger was talking about is what we call our lightsaver cord. It's got a fuse built into it, and it has 3 separate socket sets in it, so it can run up the inside of a tree. It will work for up to an 8-foot tree. Anything taller, you'll have to have 2 of those cords. We have, like Ginger said, the whole formula. When you buy the tree and the lights, we have our whole little sheet worked out that says, this is how many lights, this is how many cords, this is how many breaker bars you're going to need to power your tree. Because some of them get up there. When you have a 14 to 16-foot tree, you're talking a lot of electricity. It almost has to have an independent circuit.
Yeah, and this is formulated so you don't have any power surges or anything like that within the tree. People like the novelty lights, which are really cute. Those actually just come off of those sets. So you can just take those off and just apply them right onto the mini light. I've in my time also, if I've hot glued them on, sometimes they don't fit just right, so I've done just a little bit of hot glue and they pop right off at the end of the season. So you can put the novelty lights on with that.
GKI has what they call themed lighting. There's Masquerade, which is chartreuse and purple, which we featured on our Della Robbia tree this year. They have one that's called Ice, which is clear, and there's white lights, and we have distinguished between clear and white lights. These are clear lights. The glass is clear. White lights are lights that the bulb is painted white, and so it gives a frosty, soft color. The Ice lights have blue, white, and clear.
Okay.
Elegance has gold, white, and clear, and Elegance really befits it. It's a beautiful light.
So you basically can suit it to any sort of interior that you have at this point. Well, isn't this great? This is our tree lot this year. It looks really great.
I love the tree lot. It's got that outdoor feel. We're almost done. We're going to string some lights up here, so you got that, like the old-fashioned outdoor feel, except with the cold weather and the mushy ground and all that.
Yeah, it's nice being inside, you know, because you get these trees that you get a good idea of what they look like inside your house.
Right.
It's really, you know, deceptive to see it outside because that's not really what it's going to look like.
That's right.
And we've got several styles, it looks like.
We have several styles, and every style has a listing of the sizes it comes in.
Oh, yes.
And the price that that size is, how many lights you're going to need for it, the diameter of the tree, and how many tips. The tips are how many individual little on the end. They actually go and count those.
Oh my
It
gosh, can
wasn't
you
me.
imagine that job?
Yeah, I always tell people it was me that did it. They were falling for it. That way you can shop throughout, get your comparison ideas.
Yep.
Another thing is that all of our trees in the store that we decorated are Barcana trees. We use Barcana trees and GKI lights exclusively. Because it's what we sell. We want people to know how to use it and how well it looks.
Right.
If we don't have the tree in stock in the size that you want, we can special order, no problem, right after Thanksgiving. We also have our buy early program going on again that goes up till Thanksgiving.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can save up to 10% between before Halloween and then after Halloween to Thanksgiving Day. You save 5%.
Oh,
and then actually, if you buy the tree and the lights together, that rolls into the lights, you save it overall on the entire package.
Well, you might as well do it now and get it out of the way. That's the last thing that you want to be doing.
Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Over 30,000 square feet of the most impressive assortment of furnishings, accessories, and gifts for the home. Unsurpassed quality, beauty, and one-of-a-kind pieces. Gibson's in Fountain Valley. Exit the 405 at Euclid.
All right, Jim. Well, since we was here last, you've done a lot. I mean, it's really looking nice. So this is phase 3 we're going into. So what's going to happen in the next couple weeks?
Next couple of weeks, this is actually the last phase of the framing. Now is when we do all the intricate detail work, all the soffits, all the drops, all the recesses for your recessed lighting, along with your stairway, of course. This is also, you know, people who specialize in nothing but stairways. They lay this out.
Nice job.
Stairway.
Yeah, nice job. I've walked up several times, and it's solid. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's very nice.
We're getting ready. Monday, we're going to start the heating air conditioning.
Yep.
They're delivering all the material equipment, and then Monday those crews will come in. They'll start laying out the ductwork in the soffits that they've built, putting in your furnaces and appliances up in the loft up here is where your heating will go, and the air conditioning will be going on the outside of the garage. The
Oh, yeah.
units.
Mm-hmm.
And then run all their ductwork.
And the electrical?
Electrical comes in after the heating air conditioning. It'll be probably about towards the end of next week.
Uh-huh.
And then after the electrical, then we have your sprinkler systems coming in to do the fire sprinklers in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
And then your security system, phone, cable, all that comes in after that. So everyone's lined up and ready to go.
All right. In about 30 days then after this, we'll be talking about drywall and finishing up the roof.
Also the roof, right?
Uh-huh.
Sheeting the roof,
Yeah.
which is almost sheeted, finished sheeting now.
Yeah.
Then they'll, of course, pay for the tile. We already have the tile sitting out in the lot next door. So.
Well, we're really excited about what's happening. You guys are doing a great job. And of course, being on schedule always helps, right? And the design by Newport Custom Estates has been a great design. We've got a lot of compliments on it, and we love it. And it's going to be beautiful when it's completed. Okay, thanks a lot, Jim. Okay, see you in a couple weeks.
Okay, great. Thanks.
There's always something new at Gibson's, the store of distinction, on Euclid in Fountain Valley.
Stacy, can you show us how to do a fireplace mantle today?
Sure, we're going to light it and decorate it and just dazzle the mantle.
Okay, so I see that you've already put the lights on. So it's best to put the lights on before you hang it.
Yeah, the lights are the first thing that you put into your garland when you're decorating it, because it would be really difficult to get them in and out of those florals when you're decorating. This way it stays permanently decorated. You can remove your flowers later if you want to, but the lights stay on it forever. No messing with it later.
Well, that's a good idea. See, I've already done that wrong every year.
What you want to do when you're doing your garland is get your lights. You grab them, they're on a strand like that. You want to bring that together, take it up to a tip, and you wrap it around the tip using the wire in the pine itself so that your lights are high out in your garland, because if you get them too deep inside, by the time we do all our gorgeous florals, you won't be able to see the lights in there. This brings the light up and keeps it dancing through the garland.
Okay.
So we're just going through, and every other one here or so, we are just taking it out to some pine. And it helps to have a really good quality pine garland that's got great wiring in it, because that's really essential here so that your lights don't pop out of place while you're decorating it.
And how long is this garland? It looks
It's
really...
9 feet long. All garlands are usually standard made 9 feet long. They fit most mantles, or you can put a couple of them together if you need a longer piece.
Okay.
This is going to be just enough to go over a mantle that we have in our design room.
All right.
And come over the edge a little bit. This garland is absolutely gorgeous. They have mixed several varieties of pine together. It's a blue spruce. It's got lighter shades of an aqua blue mixed in with the nature forest green. It just gives it a beautiful balance. It looks very good in nautical atmospheres. It picks up all those blue-gray tones, contemporary and traditional, because of the mixture of pine cones, the short pine and the long needle. They've done a little bit of a laser-cut glitter on the tip of these long pine needles. It looks absolutely wet. And you just take your ribbon. You want to start off and just do some light loops. And again, you won't have to use scissors very often, or wire cutters or glue. It's using the pine needles and the wire in them to get all your product in. I'm literally going to grab that pine needle and tie my ribbon down. And again, that comes in very handy if you need to store it, if you need to take it apart and separate it, you can do that. Or you can stuff tissue in these loops and it comes out beautiful every year. But we're just going to wind the ribbon right through like that. And we'll take it in segments. You just weave it right through. I've got these gorgeous velvet roses that pick up beautiful shades of lavender with that. And it's a wonderful, the velvet texture is a wonderful accent to the natural pine cone in here. Gives us a little body. And again, we've got wire in our roses. So we're just going to use that wire. We bring it in, tie it down, and you literally use the stem, bring it through your garland, and wind it around. It's all wired. It's going to stay put. And then you just bring your pine back over and fluff it into shape. We've got also these wonderful poinsettias. It's a small poinsettia, and it's got this great texture. This is actually a parchment petal. And they took a parchment petal, did a little bit of a thin glaze over it, and just a little bit of glitter. They got these wonderful colors through here. You can only do that on paper with some fabrics. It's impossible to get bleeding color through there. And it goes from, if you can see that, the lavender to purple to the soft moss green. Just a little bit of snow. We're all about wet and snow and winter wonderland today. And you'll notice I'm taking these flowers, we're letting them fly away from the garland.
Exactly, I noticed that. They're coming out.
They're coming out away from the pine so that we still get to see the pine and the lights and the ribbon. And this is going to be a very full, very rich, wintry garland. It's just absolutely gorgeous. This is a hydrangea. Now, it's a spring flower. They've taken and put a spring flower with a spring tone and washed it with snow. And it's a very good snow. It's not a messy snow. The flocking holds on very well. I know in years past...
It looks like candy, actually.
Yeah, it does. You just, it's very cold and you almost want to eat it. A lot of flocking in years past wasn't made very well. This is a quality product. Your flocking isn't going to fly off all over the place, so it's okay to have this in the home. Look at those gorgeous leaves. It just looks like your garden was in full bloom. It snowed overnight and you came out to this beautiful winter wonderland. And I'm just going to stagger these things through here. Here we are. Now, notice how the lights are dancing up on top, and you can see all of that showing through. We also used a beautiful snowy English ivy running through here. But that laser cut glitter is just gorgeous. It shines with the ribbon, brings out the light, and we have the perfect spot.
Gorgeous. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you. It's just the beginning of our holiday season here. We are going to be doing so many gorgeous pieces in an array of winter themes and colors, just all throughout the store. And we do a lot of work for our clients.
Well, Derek, it's the holidays, and I see that you are prepared.
We are ready. We've worked the last month and a half getting ready for our private event, a Christmas premiere for our preferred customers, and we're really excited.
How many trees did you decorate?
We ended up with 28 trees this year.
28 trees?
Yeah, kind of added a few along. We couldn't stop ourselves.
It's spectacular. Well, tell me about some of the things that you have this year.
Well, we can start over here with our Polonaise and our Radco, which are, of course, our collector center.
So this is Christopher Radko right here.
This is just a part of our collection. We have 3 different trees, the collection from 99, 98, and then 97 and prior. It's a fabulous collection. I actually got started in this business with Christopher Radko about 7 or 8 years back, and just it's one of my favorite things to collect and buy.
That's why you love Christmas.
I do. Well, I started loving Christmas, and then I found Radko and just went on from there. Kathy, like I was telling you about this cookie jar, it's a cast ceramic piece, fired, but what's really neat about this is all the little miniature ornaments that are on there. And what these are reproductions in ceramic of some of his blown glass ornaments.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's $300. It's in very limited supply, and
a collectible.
Yeah, I'd love to get one as a gift this year.
And tell me about this. These are spectacular.
That's one of his tree toppers, one of his finials. You don't necessarily have to use them as a tree topper. You can use them throughout the tree, kind of sticking out of the branches. Aren't they fantastic?
Oh.
We use them in our table setting as a high point to the candelabra.
Derek, this looks like a little bit of Las Vegas for
Isn't
your
that fun?
Christmas tree.
This is our 1997 and prior collection tree, and the ornaments in this tree, many of them are retired. Therefore, they're much more collectible than new introductions. And it's hard to guess which is going to be more collectible in the world of Radko. I've had ornaments that have gone up in value 100 times from what I've bought them from. Yeah, I actually have some of the original year in my private collection that I really enjoy.
Tell me about this one, Derek.
This is our Fairyland tree, and it was an introduction last year that we really thought would be popular, and we were right. It just really hit it well. Good color tones, a good mixture. We've kind of changed it a little bit this year so that you can add to the collection. They're just fun. The angels themselves are fun, great looks.
The faces.
Yeah.
All the different faces.
And the nice blown glass ornaments. I mean, good, deep, rich colors. It's absolutely adorable. Kathy, I noticed you were admiring our snowmen here. These are created by T.J. Cooling, who also did the Father Christmas and a variety of the Father Christmas figures throughout the store. She also did our Christmas card for the premiere invitation.
Okay.
She is a local artist and has worked in movies and done things in Vegas, and she creates each one of these with some found items, like the buttons will be old antique buttons on the Santa, the Father Christmas figures. Her mother will help her with the fur trim, and all the clothes are handmade. They're really quite nice works of art. The snowmen are very inexpensive. They're around $30, and there are a few snow women.
I see one.
Yeah, that's probably the only one left. They're very popular, and they don't last too long, but they are adorable.
So cute.
I love them.
Look. Derek, this is spectacular.
This is really probably our best overall setting in the entire store, where we've incorporated, from the wall, the chandelier, the table setting. It's our Victorian themed area. It's a beautiful tree. Once again, another Barcana tree, a Tiffany fir that's trimmed out in their romance lights. And romance really suits the whole theme here.
It certainly does.
We brought in some beautiful angels from Catherine's collection. There are some wonderful sleighs and carriages from Karen Didion Originals, which we discovered in Dallas, and they're just beautiful. They use antique pieces, antique dolls, gorgeous pieces. They're a wonderful array of ornaments, just great flowers, huge tassels on the tree. It really has,
nice.
Yeah, it has a lot of punch.
So Derek, tell me about the party tonight.
Well, this is our 11th annual Christmas premiere, and how it began was an idea just to have a little party for our customers. Bring them in and give them a sneak preview of what's going on for the holiday season in the store.
And this is invitation only?
This is invitation only. It's to our customers who have been shopping with us over the past 11 years. We've kept our mailing list up to date, as up to date as we possibly can, and we mail out to about 40,000 people right now.
40,000?
Yeah, our mailing list has grown quite substantially. What's really wonderful is that we decided that it's so much fun, but it's still a little bit early. Even though, people are really into Christmas, some people just October 13th or 14th is just a little bit too soon for them.
It's hard.
So we do it again the weekend of Thanksgiving, the Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
And that one is open to the public. It begins at 4 p.m. It's on the 26th and 27th, and it's really a lot of fun. It's the exact same event. We do the whole thing again.
Okay.
This is kind of like a dress rehearsal for it, and it's a lot of fun.
Derek, every time I come here, I learn so much. I'm ready for the holidays.
Me too, and I'm really looking forward to our signing with Ivana. She is a wonderful lady.
I'm going to have her sign this. It's beautiful.
Great.
We'll see you next time at Home with Gibsons.